which antibiotics, what is the things, what is the new one. So this is the application. Same application you can apply for the agriculture also. So anytime if I wish pandemic should not be there, but this is a natural waste, so pandemic comes anytime, anywhere. You just give a call. Within the 2 days, we will tell you which microbes is there, from where it is coming. We will also tell the source of microbes, where is coming, and what could be the harmful for the future time. So you can plan, the administration or other official can plan how to inhibit the growth of microbes, how to kill the microbes. So this is the technology which will help for the general people. Second things, during the COVID, we face the transport, collection of sample and transport. So we don't have any person everywhere where we have a doctors or nurse, they can take the samples. So for this technology, you can take everything with 2 or 3 or people, go to the particular village, collect the samples, do data analysis there. Everything can do the room temperature, because these guys all night working, they simplify the protocols for the bacteria, the virus, and we are I proudly say, the best in not India, in world also. We have published many good papers for this, and this is thanks to Telangana government. I hope that if anything you face problem anytime, just give a call. Our team will be there, microlab team will be there, and within 2-3 days, everything for microbes, any disease, any new microbes, either comes USA, China, we will tell this comes from here, everything we will tell, and we will tell the possible remedy also. So that way we can help the government. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rajesh, for working day and night.
Thank you, sir. So the state has been an amazing partner, and in this all initiatives today, we're working closely with TSRTC, we're going to be working closely with government hospitals, and of course, we've been working very closely with IT department, Ramadev ma'am. I now request the Executive Director of TSRTC to share his thoughts on the project. Sir Vinod Kumar, sir.
Respected Minister for IT, KT Ramarao Garu, and other dignitaries on the dais. First, very good morning to all of you. Before I just proceed on the subject, I would like to brief on the functioning of TSRTC and about TSRTC. See, TSRTC has a fleet of 9,376 buses over 99 depots, covering almost 32 lakh kilometers per day and carrying 48 lakh passengers per day. TSRTC has been recording lowest track record of accident rates in the national level. The factor is 0.07, that is the number of accidents per lakh of kilometers is 0.07, which is the lowest at the national level, and we have been bagging safety awards over a period of years. This we could achieve right from the recruitment level. There is adoption of stringent procedures for drivers, then vigorous training after recruitment also, then regular refreshing trainings, regular monitoring by safety driving. So we have safety driving stress at every depot who take care of the driving habits of the drivers. Then drivers are subjected to periodical medical examination once in every year. 100% of the drivers are covered for the periodical medical examination. I would like to place before you that our analysis on accidents involving with TSRTC buses. In this financial year, a total of 151 accidents have taken place so far, and 65 accidents with 43% was involved with two-wheelers, 39 accidents with 26% was involved with pedestrians and cyclists, 13 accidents with 99% was involved with four-wheelers. Further analysis on causes of accidents revealed that 74% of the accidents were due to collision from rear. It is comprised of 30 and 23%. Due to road crossing on the highway, busy roads, 23 accidents have occurred with 15%. Head-on collisions, 19 accidents have occurred with 13%. And overtaking the buses or other vehicles, 18 accidents with 12%. And On wrong side driving also, almost 16 accidents have taken place with 11% of the total accidents. The accidents eventually result in loss of innocent lives of passengers, other road users, and sometimes even the drivers of the bus. Accidents shatters the dreams and progress of the victims' families. Not only this also causes damage to the properties, mainly the buses, and we are forced to pay huge compensations in the form of, for the accident victims. It's annually around 50 crores we are paying every year. I would like to mention that it is a fact that the latest technologies are evolving for greater safety benefits on the road. The latest vehicles today have driven assistance technology which helps to save lives by preventing accidents. Though TSRTC maintains lowest track record of accidents rates on the national level, we are committed to reduce further and bent upon to reach zero accident level. The government of Telangana through IIIT and department proposed to undertake artificial intelligence for road safety in TSRTC in partnership with Intel INI under project iRaste. TSRTC is very thankful and especially to our Honorable Minister. This project will definitely help TSRTC in further achieving its objective in reducing the accidents to a great extent. Artificial intelligence powered solutions can enable aspects of vehicle safety, mobility planning and road infrastructure management, and hence a significant impact on safer mobility and transportation systems in Telangana. Being a stakeholder in road safety, TSRTC has agreed for implementation of artificial intelligence for installation of ADAS and ADAS devices. Data from other pilot projects have shown that 50 to 60% of the drivers have shown significant improvements in driving behavior with the ADAS devices. 14 RTC buses have been already equipped with ADAS devices and are under observation. These buses are plying mainly on the highways Hyderabad-Bangalore, Hyderabad-Vijayawada, Hyderabad-Adilabad and other routes focused on both state and national highways. Further, it is also planned to equip around 200 buses the same devices and mainly on the national and state highways. The proposal is also to equip buses with driver monitoring system solution. While ADAS cameras are scanning the road condition, DMS cameras are focused on the driver to detect conditions like smoking, drowsiness and talking on the mobile phone, etc. After the observation is over, to establish the driver's baseline performance, alerts are turned on and monthly performance report are compiled for all the drivers. On behalf of TSRTC, I thank the government of Telangana, especially the Honorable Minister for IT Industries and the IIIT department in making TSS one of the partners in implementation of this prestigious project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We can't do this without TSRTC. I think it's a key element in the project. So thanks for all the support from TSRTC, Sajjanar sir and your officers. Again, we get always, as an institute founded by the state and IT department being an anchor department for the institute, we always get phenomenal support from the IT department, specifically from the emerging technologies wing. So Ramadevi ma'am has always been a great source of support. Ma'am, your thoughts on the project? You can talk from there if you want.
Honorable Minister Garu and other dignitaries, a very good morning to everyone. In fact, today morning I was a bit nostalgic. It was a surprise, shocking I would say, when my iPhone threw up a picture, with Nivruti ji and Minister Garu shaking hands. And that picture was taken 3 years back in 2020, 2.5 years back, 2020, Jan 2nd, when our Honorable Minister launched the year of AI. So that was really, powered by AI. It was really surprising as well as, shocking. Like how did, Google or whatever that software knew that today both of you are meeting and we are having this, launch event. Well, that happened in 2020, that year of AI, which was attended by the industry, academia and foundations. It was a spectacular gathering, Nivruti ji and PJ and Garu were also there. The entire ecosystem was there and they offered the support and solidarity for our AI journey. Well, since then, we have made significant strides under the leadership of our Principal Secretary Jayesh Ranjan Garu, who could not make it today. Though COVID had its impact, on our initiatives, but nevertheless, there were some very good initiatives that we have undertaken. And this was possible because of the rich pool of partners that we have, Intel, IIIT Hyderabad, IIT Hyderabad, World Economic Forum, UNDP, and so on, many more. Well, we undertake a broad spectrum of initiatives covering the entire ecosystem. So from project implementation to we are deploying solutions in the agriculture sector that improves the yield for our farmers. We are actually sourcing solutions to grand challenges that will preserve our ecosystem, the endangered species, improving our climate conditions. We are also skilling our youth through various programs, through our organization called TASK. We are at the same time, and most importantly, the Revup Accelerator we have set up in partnership with NASSCOM, which has about 80 cohort of AI startups. Well, it's a broad spectrum of initiatives that we are undertaken. While we are working on these initiatives, we are also laying the foundation for AI. Again, as many of you know, data is the oil, data is the new currency, the core of AI. We are actually creating data sets about 15 critical data sets in agriculture that will be made available over a data exchange platform that we are actually setting up, which will be available to all the researchers, startups, companies that are developing solutions, anybody, It's just not the government data sets that will be available over the data exchange platform, but also anybody, startups, or it could be research institutes, anybody can host their data. It's something like a stock exchange, where people can exchange data over that platform. It's a very, it could be a game changer for the AI ecosystem. While we are all doing these various initiatives, but today's launch is very special to us because the projects that are unveiled here are very unique in the sense they're population scale projects that can be replicated or implemented, across the country. And also it's supported by consortium of like-minded partners, that are present here today. IRASTE, again, I thank all the partners who have been supporting the IRASTE project, especially Sajjanar sir with his entire team. They've actually offered the support, and Uber for generously contributing to this project. Mr. Siraj is here representing Uber. Thanks to IIT Hyderabad again for making this out, and special thanks to Varma and Rushita who have been working, on ground, putting everything together. So give them a big hands up. Well, this is an important milestone to us in our AI journey. In our AI journey, we should further accelerate our pace of AI journey. Thanks to one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, just in the last month, last 2 months, we had the privilege to host Sajjanar sir and his whole team for a brainstorming meeting. Just a week ago, Sri Dana Kishore and some of the senior officers from Water Supply Board were here for a meeting. And a few months back, Commissioner Stephen Ravindra sir and his team were here for brainstorming meeting. That was on how can we use cameras on the roads, AI powered solutions for effective policing. With Water Supply Board, we are talking about setting up a water center of excellence to help to see how can instruments and models help with the whole water situation. No, that is hers is more around lakes, sir. These are measuring water, so that's proceeding as well. And of course, Sajjanar sir was here with his whole team. This one project we're looking at more also with him. And of course, Ramadevi ma'am has been in the middle of all of these conversations, anchoring this. We are very excited about many of these threads, sir. We hope to see some good results and outcomes come in the coming months and years. So thanks again for all the support, Ramadevi ma'am. Now, of course, Ramadevi ma'am referred to Uber. Uber has been again a great support and also funded the project, which is very important. So request the Uber head of safety, Suraj, to please share his thoughts.
My warmest greetings to all the dignitaries here today. It is truly an honor to be here today with the Honorable Minister and this illustrious consortium of industry, academia and research institutes who have pioneered the adoption of digital technologies, accelerating India's commitment to road safety. We at Uber are privileged to partner on this cutting-edge project, which will further enhance road safety in Telangana and also be another step forward towards the Government of India's vision of achieving 50% reduction in road safety fatalities on Indian roads by 2030. The project will also provide momentum to states across the country for further technological interventions on road safety. At Uber, we stand for safety, and we believe that technology can play a major role in overcoming safety challenges and are vital to making our cities safer for its citizens. Our team is focused on developing new technologies, improving investments in customer support, and partnering with community leaders to improve safety in every city where we operate. We at Uber every day are working hard to make sure that every trip is as safe as possible and people can go from where they have to go to where they want to go safely. We know that the work of safety never stops, and we can and we will always challenge ourselves to always be better for the communities we serve. Very recently, with the use of our technology in partnership with and under the guidance of the Hyderabad Police, we integrated our SOS signaling system within the Uber app to the police control rooms in Hyderabad. Additionally, our vision correction initiatives to provide commercial drivers with free eye care to ensure safer driving are also underway in Hyderabad. Through this initiative, we hope that we'll be able to reach out to thousands of commercial drivers and embolden our commitment to safety. We also are extremely appreciative of the extensive efforts of the Emerging Technologies Wing of the Information Technology, Electronics and Communication Department of the Government of Telangana for developing a conducive environment for growth and development of novel technologies in the state. We thank you for giving Uber an opportunity to partner with this initiative. Intel and INAI's contribution to technology-led solutions for road safety is unmatched, and the prospect that this project also holds is extremely valuable. Intel has very well recognized the potential of technology solutions leveraging AI, ADAS, IoT and data analytics on road safety and are creating impact at scale. In the end, I would like to say that safety is of paramount importance at Uber, and I would like to assure this esteemed consortium of our continued commitment in supporting to the best of our ability all the initiatives by the Government of Telangana to boost road safety in the state. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Suraj. So one of our startups is using cabs, sir. They're piloting in Delhi right now. They're going to start here also. Using just 300 cabs, they're able to model real-time blockages, which Google gives little delayed. Using computer vision. It's a very interesting startup. They're using cabs in Delhi, Uber also. So with that, we come to the finale, the final segment. Intel has been a phenomenal partner. A lot of what we're doing, PJ and Verma refer to the India Driving Dataset project, which is till date the only public dataset available for any kind of autonomous driving or safety related work for India. A lot of groups having private data, but it's only public data set, heavily cited, heavily referred. Professor Jawahar's work, Anbu sitting there with Jawahar and Anbu have collaborated on this. Intel has been funding us for that project and beyond for several years now. And so when Kishore and Nivruti came to us saying like we want to do bigger, so we're already happy with the support, and they came to us saying they want to do something much bigger. So we had a few rounds of discussions, we identified what we could do, and then met with Minister Sir end of December, where he was immediately supportive, saying like count us in from the government side. And so the Intel support is probably one of the most significant support we have got. Of course, we value all the money that comes, the financial support, but more importantly, there's a lot of knowledge support that we get from Intel, and the leadership support, no less than Nivruti herself, Kishore, who heads all the innovation research. Both of them spend a lot of time supporting us. So request Nivruti to share her kind of thoughts on this whole journey of collaboration.
Very good morning, everyone. Really honored to be here and share the journey we've had with you over the last so many years. So, Honorable Minister, all my dignitaries and friends on the stage, as well as all of you attendees, I must tell you our journey began 5 years ago. We started working on what's called India Driving Dataset, and it was a small group of people, us, along with Professor PJ and Professor Jawahar. And I must tell you that since then, my engagement with IIIT Hyderabad has been phenomenal. I can tell you they run at the speed of Intel or even faster. No longer, thank you. I'll tell you, there were times when people will say, oh, government is so slow, you know, government is like a dead weight on my neck. They'll say academicians are 5 साल में देखेंगे, 10 साल में होगा, things like that. Professor Jawahar and PJN are not like that. They run fast with us. With that India driving data set, we've had thousands of researchers leveraging. And just for a little correction based on what you heard is, it's not just Indian researchers who are counting on this open driving data set, it's global. So we're creating global value. Yes, data is oil, yes, data is, but this is the value we are seeing, happen around the world as well as in India. So this happened 5 years ago. 3 years ago, we established our design center in Hyderabad, and we are leveraging that. We have, Verma, who's, fully here working on this applied AI research center. So 3 years ago, we established our design data centers, and then subsequently, we established the first and only of its kind applied AI research center, which we call IIIT. Thanks to Professor PJN and all our partners who enable this. 3 focus areas, what I loved hearing is health, smart mobility and education, and that perfectly aligns with Intel India's vision, and that's why, we are working in perfect tandem. Sometimes I even forget, is this an IIIT resource, an Intel resource, a IIIT Hyderabad resource? We work that much in tandem. We are each other's extended team. Professor PJN and I were just talking, we were talking about semiconductors, and it's wonderful to see his thinking, how he's aligned with, what India's semiconductor plan should be, and I really am going to count on him to help me with that. So this was our journey so far. I'm really happy to tell you that over the last few years, as Intel and many partners have done a few pilots across 4 states, Telangana being one of them, and we realized that with those kind of pilots, we saw 40 to 75% collision reduction on the roads. That gave us tremendous hope and possibility that the death that India sees, all of 17 deaths would have happened in 1 hour in India across the country, and 60% of them are on highways. So we thought this is an amazing area to focus on. Technology is the cheapest way if we could save lives. We then went into Nagpur full-scale deployment, and we had 1,000 kilometers, urban roads, 1,000 kilometers evaluated, and let me share with you some data. That data showed me in 50 kilometers, I will expect 1 gray spot. Gray spot means likely an accident could happen. Infrastructure issues, driver issues, lighting issues, vehicle issues, could be anything, but 1 gray spot in 50 kilometers. Honestly, I drive 50 kilometers back. So likely that I will face an accident every 2 days. If your driver is saving you, thanks, kudos to the driver. So 50 kilometers, 1 gray spot we saw in Nagpur. Now let me tell you what happens in Telangana. Telangana has 30,000 kilometers of highway, national and state, you saw the pictures. Also, 24,000 accidents, collisions that are happening across the state. If we take 60%, which happens on highway, that tells me 15,000 accidents are happening on Telangana highway, state and national. And I told you 30,000 kilometers. Tells me in every 2 kilometers of Telangana highway, there's likely 1 accident per year that can happen. That's the impact to you and me, who have our lives, so much of our lives on the road. So therefore, Professor PJN and many of our partners, TSRTC, thank you Uber, that we are embarking this evaluation of how can we save lives on our roads in Telangana on the highway by announcing this project, iRaste for Telangana. I really think this will give us tremendous understanding of not just looking at what are the gray spots, fixing the gray spots. I really challenge KTR, sir, to take the responsibility once we know these are the gray spots in Telangana, how to address. And not just him. What's our responsibility? Who are the partners? How can we address the road condition in such a way that the infrastructure is better, the gray spot become white? So each one of us has an onus. The leader is KTR, sir, but what can we contribute? Who are the partners who want to work with us? Number 1. Number 2, so all are excited about Mangal Gyan and the landing and this or that or not landing, whatever. I'm really excited about life on this earth. I'm really excited about how can we address the challenges we are seeing every day. 2 days, I save myself out of a grey spot. If I were to count on the Nagpur data, which I believe Nagpur has much better roads, Bangalore has much worse, so we have to fix all of those. Both Gyan, both is intelligence, whether it comes artificially or naturally. Both Gyan is a car platform, much more improved than what we've used so far, because it has night vision capabilities through LiDARs, radars, back-facing cameras. So in addition to IDD, now with this Bodh Gyan platform, we'll have tremendous amount of understanding of how to fix road issues, how to address collisions by giving our driver a warning, and also how to improve our vehicles with smart, ADAS gas-like algorithms. So Bodh Gyan is a tremendous platform that we are going to be working on. Lastly, all of us, I was so happy to see PJN live in front of me rather than, digital image. We've all had our challenges with the COVID. Many of us have scars on our soul because we lost so many of our family members. Technology for health, in my view, is the best implementation. Technology for life, whether it's saving people on the roads, young people dying, or addressing, all of these viral mutations. COVID is just one of them. Do you know that we have only identified 5,000 viruses, and there are hundreds of thousands of viruses, all over the world, and maybe outside of the world also. So it is always essential to keep, yourself looking out. And I think technology is, again, I call it, technology is the cheapest way to help our lives. And therefore we have what is called genomic surveillance, leveraging technology in partnership with our health expertise. And I really look at Telangana to be the leader in this space. So these are the 3 launches we are making today, counting on your strength, whichever way it comes, to partner with us and translate into value for us, our lives, and our children's lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Nivruti. I'm sure we'll see a lot more happening in the coming years. So with that, we are now ready for the launch. I request all the dignitaries on stage to join Minister Sir for the launch. We're going to do an electronic launch, sir. So we're given the rain and everything. No, it's coming, sir. Yes. Lights on.
India has one of the largest road networks in the world and is emerging as the fastest growing network. With more vehicles on the road, safety is now crucial than ever before, and it's a major developmental issue and public health concern. To help address this, the Government of India is aiming for a 50% reduction in road fatalities by 2025. Artificial intelligence will act as a force multiplier to transform road safety engineering and prevent accidents before they happen. Project IIIT Telangana is a unique partnership of industry, academia and the government, and is initiated by Government of Telangana, TSRTC, INAI, iHub, IIIT Hyderabad, Uber, and Intel. Project IIIT brings in a holistic safe systems approach to aspects of vehicle safety, mobility analysis, infrastructure safety, Join us in a mission to reimagine road safety with the predictive power of AI. Project IIIT Telangana, intelligent solutions for road safety through technology and engineering.
the first project. Now, sir, request you to press the button one more time to launch the second one, soft launch. So there's a car, sir. We have it outside. We didn't want to go in the rain, but maybe we can just drop by just before you leave. So that's the data collection platform, sir, that Nivruti was referring to. The third one is physical. So we're unveiling the plaque. The lab is in another room, another building. So we're just going to unveil the plaque, sir. Please, if you can. Thank you, sir. Sir, if you don't mind, we would like to hear from you now, sir. Now the moment, I know all of us, many of us are in this room just, at least I for sure am one of those, waiting to listen to what Honorable Minister has to say. I'm sure you'll have some very interesting insights. Sir, we're all yours, sir.
Thank you, Ramesh. It's always a pleasure coming back to IIIT. Thank you, PJN. Now, I've been coming here for the last 8 years, and PJN doesn't invite me anymore. I also have to tell you. Either he's too bored with me or I don't know. Is there a problem that we need to talk about? We're glad we got that. Sorry? You'll be here every week. Okay. I'm not doing any guest lectures, but nevertheless, I'm not competent enough. So, thank you, PJN. Thank you to the entire family of IIIT for having us, for always, welcoming us, for being so warm. In this cold weather, I think we all need it, so thank you very much for that. Nivruti, thank you for all your support, for your unstinted backing of the mission, or the Telangana Artificial Intelligence Mission. We spoke about it a few years ago, and then since then you've been really driving this along with other partners. Thank you very much for your unstinted backing, for your wholehearted support. Suraj, we all know Uber's commitment, like you said, to safety, and also to the city of Hyderabad, because your second largest campus in the world is right here in Hyderabad, and I do keep, I keep thinking, I keep imagining that whatever you do in days to come again, you will be doing it in Hyderabad. And thank you for being a part of this. Rama Devi Garu, who's leading our emerging technologies wing, ma'am, you've been a terrific leader. Thank you very much. Of course, to Hemantji and also Vinod Garu, who is representing the TSRTC, I thank them also for their support and for their backing. Now, one thing that I'm reminded of today, when I listen in to all the amazing things that technology can help us with, is what Honorable Chief Minister keeps telling us. Each and every time, either myself or Jayesh or one of us tells him about this fancy new technology that's in town, or fancy new technology that is around the corner, he always has only one question. He says, listen, I'm not a technocrat myself, I'm not a technologist per se, but what is it that this technology can do in terms of helping the common man, helping the man on the ground, in terms of the societal impact? Kya karega ye technology? Ye batao. That is what he keeps saying. And today, when I'm really delighted, I'm excited, to basically be able to answer, some of those concerns. I'd like to thank all of you, of course, for inviting me to the launch of this IIIT. The applied research being undertaken by IIIT is certainly helpful for not just Telangana, but for the entire country as well. And also, of course, to keep Telangana in the center and to keep, to ensure that Telangana remains the epicenter of these efforts. I would, of course, congratulate IIIT on, PJN was just joking. He was saying a lot of people confuse the names IIIT and IIT. Which one of us should be taking it as an insult or a compliment is what he said. I think you should take it as a huge compliment, PJN, because Indian Institute of Technology, was conceptualized as a premier institute. The fact that IIIT Hyderabad today is rated much above many IITs in India is a great compliment. And I could hear the pain in your voice when you said we are self-sustaining. And I could also hear the pain when you said the government only gave me land, nothing else. I promise you one thing, he was just whispering in my ear that he needs some support for quantum computing labs that he's setting up. We will support you fully. I will assure you. I will ensure that you get that money that you require to do a nice quantum computing facility right here. And when Nivriti was mentioning, that ये government है, धीरे होता है काम, she was talking about Karnataka government, not us. Trust me, that's the government, that's the city that she lives in. So she was talking about them, not us, right? Haan, sahi. Because I also was listening in very carefully when she said road safety and all. She said Nagpur mein roads theek hai, Bangalore mein worse hai. She didn't mention Hyderabad, so I'm guessing we are somewhere in between. Right, Nivriti? Somewhere in between, pakka. So all in all, I think what I really liked about what was mentioned earlier is how technology can be used, leveraged to save lives. Essentially, that's what it's about. I mean, save lives, improving standards of living, improving our urban infrastructure, improving our road safety, ensuring that we do things right. I mean, ensuring governments improve their standards of functioning, so to speak. And as we all know, Gartner's 2022 CEO survey also indicates that AI is the top priority for business leaders for the third year in a row. In fact, back in 2020, when Government of Telangana had declared 2020 as a year of AI, little did we know that COVID was lurking around the corner. But we had a very ambitious agenda. But nevertheless, in fact, we went through the whole year doing multiple AI events, and Intel was, of course, a key part of many of those events. So AI and how it can be leveraged for the benefit of each and every person in the society. It could be a farmer, it could be a technologist, it could be a doctor, it could be somebody else. Everybody, in fact, can use AI, and in fact, COVID has also shown us that AI and the power of AI and how it can really help even the governments is something that we have truly appreciated over the last couple of years. Since AI acts as a new factor of production, Niti Aayog estimates that AI is expected to raise India's annual GVA growth rate by 1.3%, resulting in an addition of almost $957 billion to India's economy by 2035, which is 15% higher gross value added, which is GVA is obviously, as many of you would know, is a very close approximation of GDP. So almost 957 billion being added. We keep hearing about the 5 trillion economy. I think 957 billion coming in from the power of AI is a huge potential for India to latch on, and every state in India, irrespective of what our challenges are, has to latch on to this opportunity, has to ensure, as Nivriti was pointing out, has to aspire to be the leader in terms of adoption of these technologies. Realizing this economic potential of AI, Telangana became the first state to initiate a focused effort with the launch of AI framework in 2020. Under this framework, we've launched number of programs, and we've been playing an active role and have been playing the role of an enabler for the AI ecosystem. We had set up the Telangana AI mission called as a TAIM, a dedicated institution in partnership with NASSCOM to drive all AI initiatives in the state. In fact, Nivriti is also a member of TAIM, which is a governing council, and has been offering strategic leadership as well. A very important initiative of TAIM has been the RevUp Accelerator, which is currently supporting 80 plus MVP stage AI startups in a bid to generate unicorns over the coming years. Since availability of skilled manpower is critical to the growth of AI ecosystem, government has also taken up skilling programs for students and faculties. AI, ML, deep learning, etc. All of these are being done in association with corporations like IBM, Intel, Microsoft, and NASSCOM Future Skills. Over the past couple of years, around 25,000 plus students and 4,500 plus faculties have been trained in such programs anchored by Telangana Academy for Skills and Knowledge, TASK, which is a government entity. Now, the government is also further ambitious this year and seeks to train at least 100,000 youth in high school in foundation AI courses, and would be glad to partner with Intel under its AI for Youth program. Now, data, as has been mentioned, is at the core of AI, and McKinsey actually estimates that digital transformation in agriculture alone could unlock $70 billion in Indian agriculture sector. Therefore, the government has also initiated focused efforts on data enablement in agriculture. We recently released an agriculture data management policy to enable protected sharing of both personal and non-personal data. Since Government of India's Personal Data Protection Bill is yet to become an act, the ADMP fills this critical gap with the goal of agri-tech innovation and development of custom solutions for the state of Telangana that would benefit the farmers. We have also initiated the development of an agricultural data exchange, which could be a game changer, that allows the easy and protected and secure sharing of all agri-related data, duly taking the consent of the data owners. The innovators shall be able to easily test and build their solutions on top of the data access through ADEX. Let me just give you a fascinating example of what data can do. In my constituency in Sirsila, we have a remote village which is possibly about 165, 170 kilometers away in a tribal habitation, a place called Veernapalli, which is now a Mandal headquarters, which has recently been recognized as a block headquarters, but it was actually a village. You know, about 4 years ago, my honorable MP, the local MP, then it was Mr. Vinod Kumar, he had adopted Veernapalli. So we had traveled there, in fact, using